Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. Today we're going to be talking about Sphere Finance and why I'm investing in it. Now, this isn't financial advice. You got to do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. Don't just do it because I'm doing it. Make sure you do your own research, and then when you think you've done enough, do a little bit more. Make sure that any money you invest in any of these projects, you're willing to lose, because I guarantee you at some point you will lose some money, if not all of it. So be careful. So let's talk about Sphere and what are they. I'm going to go ahead and hop right over. And here they are. So Sphere Finance, why would you want to invest in this? Now, Sphere Finance is saying that they're going to be like the S&P 500 of crypto, and they are going to be able to sustain a 99,900% APY. Is that going to last forever? Who knows? Now, if you've ever dealt with any of these before, you know of one called Titano. Titano's been around since mid-November of last year, and Titano offers a crazy APY also. And Titano offers 102,000 APY. And that's a little bit insane. Let's take a look at Titano really quick. Titano is down 8% today. It's around 12.5 cents. And let's look out 1 year. Since they started in mid-November, they are starting to slide here in this past 10 days or so. We'll see how that plays out. But they have seen steady growth and probably amazing rewards, especially at that 102,000 APY. And Sphere Finance is looking to be a similar project. Now, Sphere Finance, if we look at what they're at right now, Sphere Finance is at 6 cents right now. It is, when I first started looking at this earlier today, is going to make this video, it was at 5.8 cents. It's gone up to 6 cents right now. It's up 11.6 cents. It was up about 10 point something earlier. So it's just been gradually going up as the day's been going on. Now, I thought about getting into this, and I thought about getting into this when it was around 3.8 cents. So right around here, I started looking into this, and I didn't jump into it. I was a little cautious because the last couple node projects and things that I've invested in haven't done as well as I had hoped. And, I'm still playing that game and seeing where those go. But this project's a little bit different. So what makes it a little bit different is that you don't have to do anything. You just simply buy their token, you let it sit in your MetaMask wallet, and you're done. There's no upgrading, there's no compounding, there's no NFTs to buy, to upgrade. There's nothing you have to do. You simply hold their token and you make money for it. The returns are insane. The returns at 99,900% APY is kind of crazy. And earlier today, I went ahead and I bought a little bit of it before making this video just to make sure it was all going to work. And it did. And I've already seen a profit from this. So let's go ahead and just click on their dashboard. And I'll show you that really quick before we talk about Sphere Finance as a whole. Now, I put in there about $91 and change earlier. It's gone up. I think this has gone up. It's gone up like 20 or 30 cents in the past several hours since I bought into this. So it's already growing. As you can see, they give a 30-minute rewards or earnings when you get your rewards from them. Now, there are a couple things you should be noticing when you look at this site. There is a 13% buy tax, there is a 20% sales tax, and a 13% transfer tax. They do this. Any of the money that they get from that goes back to the team, it goes to rewards and to the pool. So this is not just going back to somebody's pocket. It's being used for the protocol. Now, that is a hefty amount. Yes, it is. But to buy into this project, I think that it is worth that 13%. And for the sales tax, I'll be honest, I think 20% is a little low. If that actually went up a little bit higher, because, the name of this game with a lot of these projects is that they want you to hold your currency, whatever the token might be. They want you to compound it and keep doing that and not seeing any of these rewards. Here, if you're on their Discord, and I highly suggest you check it out and do a lot of that reading in there and other places before you just jump into this, they encourage you to pull rewards out or earnings out and enjoy some of these earnings. Most of the time, they just, a lot of these different projects or node projects, they just want you, all they talk about is just putting it back in, putting it back in, putting it back in, and obviously discourage people taking it out because that hurts the project. But here, they're actually encouraging people to take some of it out. I'm sure they're not encouraging you to take it all out, but some of it, why not? And that's exactly what I will probably do when I eventually ROI. And once we put the rest of the money in today, we'll see how much we end up with. And then we'll go from there. I'll do an updated video in the future on this one. And hopefully we're doing pretty good. But if this stays true and the price action continues in the direction that it's going, things could be very lucrative. And who knows? Doubt I'm buying the Lambo tomorrow, but certainly throws a little bit more onto the pile, right? All right, so let's go over here and take a look at KYC. Now, a lot of people talk about KYC and they say KYC, really all you're doing is just verifying someone's home address. It's really not that of an in-depth process. Now, Obsidian is doing the KYC on this. If you haven't seen Obsidian, I suggest you hop over to their site, do some reading on them. It's much more in-depth than your typical KYC. If we go down here and we take a look, they're doing the entire, for the identity of the entire core team. They're doing face match, proof of address, proof of identity. It's a lot more involved. I suggest you come over here and check this out if you want to feel a little bit better about something. This might make you feel a little bit better about the project. But again, nothing is certain, so always be careful. But Obsidian is a trusted site, and I, like I said, recommend checking that out. Not much more to say really about that, but let's go ahead and buy some Sphere. So what I did, to be honest, I went ahead and I took some of my Thor and I cashed out rewards. I've got 6 Thor nodes, I've got 3 Freya, and I think I have 6 or 7 Dahl. And to be honest, I really wanted to push those up to 10 each, and I decided that I'm really only going to push the Thor to 10, and the other ones I'm just going to let them sit. With the new fees that they make you pay now, it's really, well, I took some money out of this. I took my rewards from here, and I went ahead and I used Trader Joe, and I swapped it from Thor to AVAX. Now, working on a Sphere, they are on the Matic chain, so you are going to have to do some cross-chain swapping. So I went ahead and I took some of my Bitcoin that I had on crypto.com. I went ahead and I swapped that for AVAX. I took that AVAX, I sent it over to my AVAX wallet on the C chain. Be careful over there. Make sure you know what you're doing. And if you are unsure and you're moving any amount of money for the first time, I highly recommend just moving a small little bit, whatever the bare minimum is to move it over to the other wallet. Make sure it hits that wallet. If it does, go ahead and move the rest over. Be careful. I made a mistake once. Just once. Yeah. So now whenever I'm doing something new, I always go ahead and just move a little bit over if it's the first time I'm buying something, and then I go ahead and buy the rest of it. So I went ahead and I did that, and the minimum I was able to transfer was the $91. So I went ahead and I did that. Now we're going to go ahead and now that I've got my money in my Avalanche wallet, I have AVAX, which is the native token of Avalanche chain, and I've got that set up on MetaMask. If you haven't set that up, you can go to metamask.io. I will have a link in the description below to any of these pages. Always make sure when you go to any website that you are going to the official website and you're not just clicking on a link that someone put down there. Not that you shouldn't trust me on this, but always back it up. Make sure you're at the proper sites. You wouldn't want anything to happen. I'll put links in the description below to any of these sites that I've used today. But I went ahead and I moved it over to my Avalanche wallet in MetaMask. And now we're going to go ahead and click buy. So from here, you can pick which chain that you're going to be working on. So we're going to be working on the Polygon chain is where they are, but we need to move it from our Avalanche chain to the Polygon. So we're going to go ahead and click Avalanche. It's going to take just a minute for this to load up. I'm going to get my face off the screen just so you can see it a little bit better. I know you'll be missing me, but don't worry, I'm right here. All right. All right, while that is loading, we need to switch over to the Avalanche chain because that's where our money is. And we will go, all right, it's picked it up. So what it does is that it scans your wallet. It's going to pick up from the Avalanche to the Polygon chain. So make sure that you have both those set up, like I said. So we have our AVAX right here, and we're going to be buying Sphere. If we hit our max, you can see, give it a second. We'll be getting 3,943. So we are going to go ahead and switch over to the Avalanche so it can get that. And then we will click swap. Oh, too much on the gas fees, so I can't do that much. So let's do a little bit less because the gas fees are going to be too much on that. I didn't think about gas fees. So actually, let's do 7. Let's try that. Check out what the fees, and always check out if there are any lower fees. You can always pick the top one. It does take a touch slower, but really you are saving a little bit in gas fees, so that's what I do. And our gas fees are 0.02, which is always a pleasure compared to the Ethereum chain. You know, you get those really high gas fees over there. That is no fun. So let's give this a second. Swap was successful. Here it is right there. It's going to take just a minute, so I will be back in a second. Let's let that run through. Usually doesn't take that long. All right, trade went through. So now if we check out our wallet, Avalanche, as you can see, we don't have much left in it. And if we jump over to our Matic, it hasn't gotten there yet. This was the Sphere that I have already bought. And if we come over to Sphere, you can see that's what I have right now. Give that a minute for that to run through. It will take a minute or two because it's going cross-chain. All right, it went through, and there it is. I've got it in now. Let's go ahead and just refresh that. And there's my new daily earnings of $5.61 a day. And that is going to be compounding sort of on itself because the earnings are processed every 30 minutes. So your balance is constantly increasing. And then on top of that, you are getting that, what was it, 99,900 APY. So yeah, that's making the money. Now, let's get back to the dashboard. And there you are. So that's it. So now we have that. We are earning $5.60 per day. And of course, that will increase because every 30 minutes we are getting our reward or our earnings. Now, I will have, again, links in the description below. Things that I really, I'll tell you, things that I like about this. I like that you don't have to do anything, to be honest. They're like, again, like I said in the beginning, there's no NFTs to buy to upgrade whatever you're working on. There's no compounding. There's no nothing. You simply hold this token and you get it. Another thing I like that they're being KYC'd. I think that Obsidian is the one to do it. If you are going to be KYC, definitely check that out. The returns are insane right now. And I'll be honest, while the price is going up, there is no reason why we shouldn't all be making a little bit of money off of this. The profits are looking really, really good. Where could it go? Well, you know where Titano went. Titano has done well for itself. Titano starting off, you know, even when it was down low at 2%, and then it has just slowly been growing, and 2% went up to 12 cents. So it's up 10 cents since it started. And it's been going for a little while now. So for it to be continuing to grow, we can only hope for the same for Sphere. And that's a good thing. Now, what I don't like is that obviously the APY is incredibly high, and is it sustainable? We're going to find out, right? We're going to be in this for a little while. We're going to see where this goes. I'm going to set some alerts up on my CoinGecko to let me know if this thing starts to drop, so I don't lose all of my money in this if it does go tank. But for now, it is moving up. But you know, at that price, you know, at that APY, who knows where that's going to go? It is a high risk investment. There is no question about that. Other than that, you know, what isn't there to really like about this? Are we going to be making any money on this? It sure seems like there's going to be some money to be made. How long will it take to make back? We'll see how well it does. We're going to be watching it. They do have a little calculator in here. It is a little insane. You can put in what you have, and you can drag this out. So right now, for my, let's see, 5 days, the potential return is $323. That's, you know, more than what I've invested. So in the next 5 days, I should be making back what I've already put into this, which is kind of crazy. Let's look out over the month, and where would we be? We would be at $518 now. I don't know if this calculator takes into the compounding that you're getting that reward every 30 minutes, but that's kind of crazy. It goes out to 4 months and $2,800 in the next 4 months. So the potential is there. Is it going to last? Is it going to be like Titano and go on for a little while? Now, I say a little while because in this market with all these node projects, some of these things go in and some of them go out as fast as they do. There's been a lot of them out there, and they have all been on a slow motion train wreck down. If Titano is held on and it's continued to grow, we saw a little bit of a dip in it, but it looks like, Sphere continues to keep going in the direction it's going, which is definitely in the positive direction. I look forward to making a couple bucks off this one. Maybe this is the one that I made a few bucks on. The other ones that I've invested in, Vapor nodes, I'm into that, probably around 300, maybe 350 bucks into that one. Not much, but that was really cheap to start off because I started off low with that one, but we'll see where that one goes. It's been going down as well, but as Sphere continues to go up, hopefully we all make a few bucks, and we'll see where it goes. So if you want to check out any of my other videos, I'll have a link right over here for one of them. Of course, if you want to help support the channel, always hit that button right over there. I appreciate y'all being patient with me. Work's been crazy. I've been away for a little bit, but I'm back. Thanks for checking in. I'll see y'all next time.